I realize you might have a lot of questions right now, but believe me when I say that, mine have still not been answered. But in an attempt to dissect the shit show some poor animators had to work on, come back home, and after the kids asked them how the day at work went, had to answer them, it was great. While looking them straight in the eyes, let's dive right into a show that might just dethrone my supreme guilty pleasure and take its place. Just a couple of words before we start. Thank you for checking out this video, I really hope you're gonna enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It honestly gives me a lot of satisfaction and considering I'm not making any money from this channel, it's the only thing that keeps me going. Because these videos take a shitload of time and effort to make. Thank you once again, I'm done talking, let's get to the video. Gushing over magical girls. Yes, that is the title by the way. Does many things right. Especially, weirdly enough, depicting someone gushing over magical girls. But who is it that gushes over them? I know your imagination is probably running wild right now trying to figure out what type of filthy degenerate is gonna appear on the screen behind me once the countdown reaches 0. Could it be a Yankee Kikomori that spends his entire allowance from his poor parents that feel too guilty to just throw him out on the street with random magical girl shit? Could be. Or maybe it's a bit of a more seasoned ugly bastard leaning specimen that gets off while watching Sailor Moon and is probably forbidden from getting too close to schools. I'll let you think for 3 more seconds. Time is almost up. And congratulations, you're wrong. She's the one gushing over magical girls. You didn't expect it to be a woman, did you? This nerdy and innocent looking high schooler is Hiragi Utena, a hardcore fan of magical girls, and especially of a trio that protects the town she lives in from dangers. They're called the Tres Magia. Dreaming night and day of becoming herself a magical girl, she's very surprised when one day at school a magical creature calling itself Venerita approaches her. She's surely very hyped up, thinking that she's about to be granted magical girl's powers, but after she undergoes her first transformation and takes a look at her outfit, she's let's say a bit surprised. She quickly learns that what she's been chosen for is not to become a colorful magical girl that flies around the town and defeats the evil. She is the evil. And I know what you might be thinking, she evil? Come on, she looks like the evilest thing she's ever done was blaming the dog when she wet the bed at like 7. And I mean, haven't watched all of the episodes aired up until now. I wouldn't really say that she's evil. No, she's more just like completely fucking deranged. And when I say it, I mean it. This woman right here should be fucking excommunicated by the Vatican. You know how we used to call Issei a degenerate? Or how the entirety of the internet community used to meme the shit out of Rudius for keeping her master's panties that he stole when he was like 4 as his most important treasure. Or even how Shinji busted on over Asuka's unresponsive and naked body, as he's a virgin that couldn't resist the sight of a pair of underwear. Well, throw all of that carefully and watch away. I just fucking managed to make this line even more cringe than it already was. Wow. Ending up fighting the magical girls for the first time after transforming and attracting them with her evil aura, Utena has the opportunity to use her new powers. One of which apparently fuels flowers with an extreme dose of steroids that could probably take out Mike Tyson in his prime. So this flower then proceeds to recreate one of the most iconic scenes of hentai anime, which is girls getting groped by tentacles. With the twist being that they're not tentacles but stems in this case. Witnessing such a scene wakes up what could only be described as an inner demon that takes control over Utena and sends blood to every part of her body other than to her brain. Fellow companions, what we're witnessing here today is an utmost unique example of a monkey brain woman. Observe carefully. No pictures please, you get scared. Encouraged by Venerita, she embraces her Yuri nature and finds out that she might just slightly, like very slightly, just a tiny bit be into BDSM. I'm pretty sure that my editor is hating me right now because finding clips in this anime that are not gonna get my channel banned is probably as hard as finding our rent-a-girlfriend fan that doesn't lie about ever feeling the touch of a woman. So, long story short, after discovering her new and really intoxicating dark side, she keeps on fighting the Tres Magia almost as an excuse to harass them in any way her twisted mind can think of. What? You're saying you have a picky taste? Oh, don't worry about that. Apparently she likes it all. You got everything you could ask for. Spanking? Gotcha. Tickle play? Here you fucking go. Straight up groping like the ugly bastard she's on the inside? Got you covered. And for the very adventurous of you out there, we even got wax play.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
And I promise you that this anime is not categorized as a hentai. And bear in mind, all of what I just described happens in the first 2 episodes of the show. I honestly can't wait for the next episode to come out to just see what other degenerate scenarios the imagination of the author came up with. I mean, not at all, because I'm actually enjoying this handy disguised as an anime without even having the 18 plus stamp on it. How the fuck did they even manage to publish this? Oh, and by the way, talking about the author, nothing. There's literally no info about them except the name and an absolutely unknown manga series they worked on. If you ever read it, let me know down in the comments. I'm extremely interested in knowing what the mind behind this masterpiece came up with in the past. But I mean, I'm not gonna judge. I totally understand. If I were to write something like this, I would also like to keep my identity hidden. Okay, honestly speaking, as I already said at the beginning of the video, this series is slowly becoming a sort of a guilty pleasure of mine. It is definitely not the first ecchi series we got in the last seasons, but this genre was already starting to become a bit stale like 10 years ago. Also, gushing over magical girls being a Yuri ecchi anime is definitely something new. I always thought it was kind of unfair to exclusively let male MCs have some fun. I mean, it's not like I mind some Yuri action once in a while, Know what I'm saying? I would actually go so far as to say that this series getting an anime adaptation is a clear sign of the world getting closer and closer to actually reach gender equality. I said it. Having said all of that, it is kinda difficult for me to recommend you guys watching the series, but what I can say is that each of its episodes are a perfect way to spend 20 minutes or so in pure monkey brain mode and look at some boobies like they're the 8th wonder of the earth.